I'll miss him so much. He was always there for people and always encouraged me whenever I was going through something and prayed with me. And he was a wonderful husband and father and grandfather. And it just hurts me deeply to see him gone. But in my heart, I'm rejoicing because he's with the Lord. But it hurts no matter what you do, it's very painful to lose a brother at such a young age. And I will always have him in my heart. And I love you, Sandra, and Zach, and Andrew, and Aiden, and Tara. God bless you all. Thank you.
How does one commemorate a man in a few short pages? How does one summarize a life? I can give you details, dates, and numbers, and I could write volumes on his accomplishments and a life well lived. But the true story is written chapter by chapter on all of our hearts. Each of us has a unique memory, solely our own, and I encourage you all to share those with each other. He was something different to each of us. Ken was called husband, father, son, brother, and friend. To some, he was the jokester, always good for a laugh. To others, a dutiful employee. But to most, he was a wellspring of knowledge and aid. To me, I knew him simply as hero. He did not fight crime with an iron fist or slay any dragons. His enemies were woe, vanity, and foolishness. And my dad's legacy is one worth aspiring to, and he stood as a bastion of nobility in a miry world. He led a simple life, but an influential one. His passions included computer technology, camping outdoors at Priest Lake, and attending Sunday services here at Calvary Chapel. He was famously known to drink 2 pots of coffee a day, which fueled a man defined by his character, selflessness, and family devotion. He always put his family first, his friends second, and himself last. He was always thrifty, looking for the best deals to save a dime, not so he could indulge himself, but so he could be lavish with his family. Perhaps best known for his quick wit and humor, he lived to make others laugh, and his jokes, although not always funny, always brought levity and mirth to every gathering. Greater still than his wit was his benevolent spirit. He gave freely of his time, lending his knowledge and his hands to the toil of others. He was a great companion and comfort to those who shared his journey. We all feel as though our time with Ken was cut short, that he was taken before his time. Yet a thousand years would not be enough time to experience a man of such unimpeachable character. The richness of his presence was a treasure we all held for a time, and we now lament his passing because a great light has gone out in this world, and its equal will never be seen again. Those left behind may see his death as a meaningless tragedy, but in truth it is the final triumph. He lived a life for God, serving others, and has now at long last entered into his rest. This is neither the end of the road nor a final farewell, but simply where our paths diverge for a time. He fought the good fight, he finished the race, and followed the path marked out for him. His life was consecrated by the hand of God by the way he lived his life. His walk with the Lord started over 30 years ago, and now continues in spirit for all eternity. He was a pilgrim here, and his mission was to reach out to people with the heart of God. And now he can receive his reward for a job well done. Having reached its apex, he was called to his true home with the Father. To the hands of the Almighty we commend his spirit, where he has gone to join the heavenly host. It is not goodbye for good, but simply goodbye for now. Until the hour we lend our voices to his, singing, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. Thank you.
The go-to guy whenever your computer goes down. And I remember that he would always come to family functions, kind of looking like Santa Claus with a pack of keywords, broken cookies for my dad, holding us out to everybody. And I love you, Ken. Miss you.
Ken, you're a very great guy. There's no words that can even explain how great of a person you were. You have 2 very handsome sons. They're great. A stud of a grandson and a very loving wife. She is one of the most amazing people ever. She is excellent with kids, and she extremely excels in that. And I just want to thank you for being in my life since I was 2 years old. And I love you. Say hi to my dad.
I'm gonna miss Ken. I'm just gonna miss everything about him and his jokes and everything. When I first met Ken and Sandra and the boys, Ken greeted me with his Donald Duck voice. And I thought he was about the strangest man ever. And it took me a while to get used to him, and then, like Gina said, I got to know him also as the Keebler Elf. The guy who was like Santa Claus, always bringing Keebler stuff to everyone. So I'm just gonna miss everything about him, and I'm so glad I've had him in my life for as long as I have.
We've been neighbors with Ken and Sandra and their boys, moving across the street in the same summer. We all moved in '87. So we've seen, and our two girls were about the same age as Zach and Andy, always opened their house. We babysat with each other, had a wonderful time. Couldn't have asked for better neighbors, so thankful that Sandra is still there, that we've been able to know them all these years. And something my husband mentioned, he said, you know, I'll always remember the day that we were teaching our 4-year-old daughter to ride her first bike. And she pretty much took off on those training wheels with no problem. And Ken came over, and together the two guys decided to take those training wheels off. And Ken was kind of the big push for that. You know, we're like, oh, she's just a baby. But anyways, we have fond memories of the times that our children were able to be together, as well as being good neighbors and friends.
He's the kind of guy that give you the shirt off his back. He was just amazing, you know. And hopefully, I'll be able to do him some justice with this song.
You're beautiful. Your face is all I see. And when your eyes are on this child, your grace abound to me. He's like the fire that once burned bright and clear, replaced the land of my first love that burned holy. Lord is like the fire that once burned bright and clear, praise the land of my first love that burns that burns with holy free.
as I was watching the slide presentation, it caused me to remember some 30 years ago when Ken and Sandra were very young. At least it seems like you were very young. We were there every Sunday. It's interesting because with multiple services, lots of people, you think that